Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Curse of Oak Island emotional Rick Lagina wraps up Season 11. Curse of Oak Island star Rick Lagina was emotional and seemed crestfallen at the end of Season 11 on the History Channel. However, Marty Lagina turned his thoughts to new ways to tackle the problems they encountered, paving the way for a probable Season 12 of the show. Curse of Oak Island ends with Rick Lagina being emotional. Curse of Oak Island fans want treasure. In fact, many of them are growing tired of theories about the sources of the possible jackpot. On social media, plenty of people complain about it. However, for others, it's a fascinating journey through history. Additionally, if it were easy to find the treasure, it would have happened years ago. History Channel fans who watched the final saw Rick Lagina and the team go all out drilling a borehole. However, it wasn't successful. In fact, they found sand, more water, and the probability that many of the underground structures are not accessible. No wonder Rick seemed tearful, because they felt sure that they were closing in on the prize. Unfortunately, it seems the crossbow bolt metal was probably English rather than Norse. But there are other Scandinavian tools in the area. Marty Lagina thinks ahead while Rick is tearful. Winter interrupted Curse of Oak Island, but research will continue during the off-season. In the finale of Season 11, Marty mentioned alternative ways to explore the pitfalls they hit. A lot of drilling will be required. The team encountered disappointing results in the Money Pit and the Garden Shaft. These included more seawater flooding in the Garden Shaft, and no new progress on the borehole at E5 and 14.5. Rick Lagina took it hard and tearfully told his History Channel team, "I thought the other night about, when I was a little kid, and do I still believe? Is the little boy still inside of me? And I thought long and hard about that, and what I came to realize is, he still is there. But he's there because of you guys, and you ladies, and I still believe in the little boy who's still cheering us on, and I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you." Notably, a new season of Curse of Oak Island hasn't been announced. However, it seems that Marty Lagina is prepared for it. According to Forbes, the ratings are still very good, so why cancel a show that works? Possibly, fans can expect a renewal announcement in the fall. What are your thoughts about Rick Lagina tearing up as he faced the disappointing end of Season 11? Are you glad that Marty Lagina is already thinking about the next plan of exploration in Season 12? In the waning light of a brisk autumn evening, Rick Lagina stood atop the weathered wooden deck of the Oak Island Causeway. His gaze lingered over the tranquil waters that encircled the enigmatic isle, a place that had become both his obsession and his sanctuary. The final chapter of another gripping season was drawing to a close, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and restless spirits. As the co-host of the History Channel's hit series, The Curse of Oak Island, Rick had become intimately acquainted with the island's secrets and mysteries. Alongside his brother Marty and their dedicated team of treasure hunters, he had spent countless hours scouring the island's rugged terrain in search of elusive artifacts and hidden treasures. But with each discovery came new challenges, new obstacles, and new doubts. Season 11 had been no exception. From tantalizing clues buried beneath centuries-old layers of earth to tantalizing glimpses of potential treasure hoards, the Lagina brothers had embarked on yet another perilous journey into the heart of Oak Island's enigma. Yet, as the season drew to a close, Rick found himself grappling with a sense of both accomplishment and unease. Emotions churned within him as he reflected on the trials and tribulations of the past several months. The highs of exhilarating discoveries were tempered by the lows of frustrating setbacks. The promise of untold riches was overshadowed by the looming specter of the island's notorious curse, a curse that had claimed countless lives and thwarted countless ambitions over the centuries. But amidst the uncertainty and the danger, there was also a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose that bound Rick and his fellow treasure hunters together. They were more than just a team. They were a family, united by a common goal and an unwavering determination to unravel Oak Island's mysteries once and for all. As the final moments of daylight faded into dusk, Rick found himself drawn to the edge of the causeway, where the waters of the North Atlantic lapped gently against the shore. In the distance he could see the silhouette of Oak Island looming dark and foreboding against the fading twilight. With a heavy heart, Rick closed his eyes and let out a weary sigh. The weight of the island's secrets bore down upon him, threatening to crush his spirit and extinguish the flicker of hope that burned within him. But even in the face of overwhelming odds, Rick refused to surrender to despair, for he knew that beneath the surface of Oak Island's rugged terrain lay the key to unlocking the greatest mystery of all, the mystery of the island's true purpose and the secrets that lay buried within its depths. And though the journey may be fraught with peril and uncertainty, Rick was determined to see it through to the end. With renewed determination, Rick turned his gaze once more to the island that had become both his obsession and his salvation. The curse of Oak Island may have cast its shadow over him, but Rick Lagina refused to be cowed by fear or doubt, for as long as the fires of hope burned within him, he would continue to pursue the truth, no matter where it may lead. As the final credits rolled and the screen faded to black, Rick Lagina stood alone on the causeway, a solitary figure against the backdrop of the encroaching darkness. But in his heart he knew that he was not truly alone, for as long as he had the love and support of his fellow treasure hunters, as long as he had the courage to face the unknown, Rick Lagina would always be ready to embrace the next chapter in the ongoing saga of the Curse of Oak Island.